Hi, welcome to Dr. Borky Knits. My name's Virginia, and I am a longtime knitter in the Pacific Northwest in Washington, where it is a very cold day outside. And we're supposed to get some snow, so I'm hoping that happens. I'm from Texas, didn't see a whole lot of snow there, and I have to admit that I wish we had more snow here in Washington. So welcome to any return viewers, and welcome if you are here for the first time. Today, I'm not having a regular podcast format. I just wanted to go through all of my unfinished objects, otherwise known as UFOs, and see what my plans were. Do I save? Do I frog? And it is one of my goals this year to maybe make my way through some of these. So welcome. Hope you're all in for this, and we will get started. So my first one is the Trunk Island tank. It is a tank top made by, Beth McDonald Stone. I like her. So I saw this pattern for the first time, I think made 2 times by Caitlin of Caddy Jack's Knits when they used to have their own podcast. Caitlin made 2, and I always thought they were so flattering on her and so pretty. So this is all I have. It start from the bottom up. Yes, it is wrinkled. So I think this probably is about 7 inches. And I would I like to go at least to 18 inches for good coverage. And I do believe that I will finish this one. I started it probably just about a year ago when I thought I was going to Mexico for a trip, which we ended up not going. So as soon as those plans were canceled, this went to the wayside. But it is made with yarn by Fiber Spates. I've seen several people use this online on our YouTube community, and it is extremely soft. So it is called Scrumptious 4-ply. And it is super soft because it is made with 45% silk and 55% super wash merino. So that's a different yarn combination. I don't think I've seen that often. And so, the drape is crazy, and it's really soft. So I am excited to finish this and have a very summertime vacation knit eventually. The next one on my list is this one, and it is called the Bix Bite Shawl by Vera Valimicki. So this is probably one of my oldest. I think from at least 2019. I bought the yarn in the exact colors of La Bien-Aimée merino singles, which is fingery, and it calls for 3 different colors. And there was a shop called Loops back in Oklahoma. And I wish they were still active as a yarn shop. I don't know how much activity they do online, but I was introduced to them when my friend and I, Sarah, went to a retreat there for a weekend, and it was about a 3 or 4 hour drive up from where we lived in Texas. And I remember it was really cold. And so, anyways, that's not where I bought this, but Loops used to have every month they had something where you could purchase a pattern and the yarn. And in fact, I have the printed out one, and I don't actually have it in my Ravelry. So that's interesting. So that means it probably just came with the pattern. So this is, obviously much earlier in my knitting journey. So no judging here. But you can see this is a I-cord bind, end bind off. I guess it's actually the I-cord is everywhere. And so you have brioche, just garter, more brioche, more garter. And then you end up with these stripes. I thought I had made a mistake because right here, but actually it's on every single one. So who knows what was going on? I doubt that's in the pattern. So as you can see, I'm pretty much almost done. So I probably will finish this. Just got to pick it up. This would just be a few nights of knitting, and hopefully I could get that done. I just love the colors. I thought they really worked together, but very unique. Not colors you see all the time. Not colors you see all the time used together. So my next one is the Half and Half Triangle by Pearl Soho. This is a free pattern, so there's no secrets here. It was all the rage again with Caddy Jacks. So they were one of the first podcasters that I watched. They don't. Jackie has her own YouTube channel, Jackson Rose, I believe. Caitlin moved to Tennessee. They were both in Wisconsin at the time. And Caitlin moved to Tennessee, so they weren't really, podcasting together anymore. So that was unfortunate because they were quite a character. So I bring them up again to say that I got this idea from a pattern from them as well. They made up several. So again, also with the I-cord edging. And you can see here, it's just basically a square where you knit one half, and then while you're expanding, and then the other half while you are decreasing. They use this color as their color with a lot of different contrasting colors. This one I remember is pale mushroom, and so they had used it. I really wanted to get it. So this is made out of linen quill, and it is actually, I have a band right here. It is made with 50% Highland wool, 35% alpaca, and 15% linen. So it is a really light fingering, and but I don't know if I am going to keep this. Look, you could see my attempt at a weave in here. And why I said that is, this was quite a few years ago, and I could see when I was looking at it yesterday, I saw just a lot of mistakes, different tensions, I should say, through it. But I am nearly halfway through. So I haven't decided on this one yet. Let me know your thoughts. So the reason that I wore this for today's podcast is because it's also made in linen quill, and it is the Daily Pullover by Paula Pereira for Pearl Soho. It is a purchase pattern, and I made it in the same color yarn as a sample seen here, and it is the Mountain Bluebird colorway. Not sure if they have this because they come up with many different colors of linen quill, and then they, may retire some colors. So, however, it has a lot of drape, and so I made it to my size, but it ended up being way too big. So when it was just about dry, I popped it into the dryer to kind of shrink a little bit, and then forgot about it. So it felted. Somewhat, and it did work. But it's definitely doesn't have that drape anymore. It's, a little stiff from the felting, but it certainly shrank it up somewhat perfectly. Okay, so the next two things that are unfinished objects are Stephen West's mystery knit-alongs. I'm not sure if you've ever done a mystery knit-along with Stephen West. They're always in October, and they are lots and lots of fun. I highly recommend it. So he initially puts out a suggestion of the yarns you should buy so that when the first clue of the pattern comes out, you're ready to go. And he also sells kits ahead of time. So one of these that I'll show you was, and I'll start with the oldest one, was from a kit he sold. And by the time I got around buying it, most of them had sold out already. And so I didn't get the one that I wanted. And so this is from his 2020 knit along, and it's called Slip Stravaganza. So you have this honeycomb with stripes, and then these big, holes, and then the brioche, and then these, and you could see these are on extremely short needles. So then there were these triangles. So I think I just have, the row of triangles left to do. So I am going to complete this one. I am going to complete the next one that I'm going to show you. As you can see, the shawls are, I think, what he calls like shanklets, which is part shawl, part blanket, and they're really, really big. So it was always my goal when I started the mystery knit along. I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to keep up with him. And then it's, a full month dedicated to this one project. And so since I'm not a monogamous knitter, it just takes up so much of your time, and all your other projects are neglected. So I'm not saying this is, my color combo, Again, at that time, I had bought a set from him each year. So I went ahead and did so. But like I said, it was only the best colors that I wanted. I think they're all from the same maker. Dusty Dimples. It is from Dusty Dimples. I have never heard, I don't remember buying that brand. I haven't heard of them since, but it's a superwash merino and silk sock, and not truly my colors. However, the next one is, which was the 2021, I believe, mystery knit along, called Shawlography. So the last step in Shawlography is doing these stripes along the edge. And this I just got out of stash. So I looked, and I don't have most of the bands there from several years ago, but I know that this one is from Wanderluck Fibers leftover. And I know these two, both the purple and the pink, are from Long Dog Yarns. I still love her products, and she's still making yarn, that's for sure. She really dyes beautiful yarns. So, like I was saying, as you can see, this is the last part of the shawl, making these stripes at the end. And so I would say I'm maybe 1/10 done. I mean, there's still a long ways to go. As you can see, that's the wrong side though. So, he likes to give you new techniques in every one of his mystery knit alongs. So yes, it does have brioche, but then it has, this interesting kind of basket weave. And then I'm showing you the wrong side again. Some garter, but then these baubles, and then these big bumps, and these big loops of I-cord all along there. And this was actually the first step, was just getting from here to here. So I always used to be able to kind of keep up, but then once it gets huge, I'm just not able to keep up with the weekly clues. So these are my colors. So I'm really excited to get this done, and I'm almost done. And so I feel like I will finish that. So far, I am going to finish my island tank. I am going to finish my 2 mystery knit alongs. I'm not sure about my linen quill shawl, and I'll get to one that I know I am going to frog. So this is my Stockholm sweater V-neck by Petite Knit. I started this a while ago. I mean, years ago. These are all from years ago. And this is out of Boucle from Chelsea Luxe. Why I stopped this is because I actually got confused with the pattern. Since then, I've done several of Petite Knits where she does use this. And so what happens is you make the square of the back, and then you pick up to make one panel, and then you pick up to make the other panel, and then you knit in the round. But as you can see, I'm all the way over here in a nowhere knitting land, because I just couldn't understand her pattern at that time, having less years of knitting under my belt. So the yarn is beautiful and soft. If I didn't mention, it's boucle from Chelsea Luxe, and I do have, a lot of balls left, that I already. It was back in the day where I just caked up everything, and I used to store everything like this. But you could see the grays and the tonals, this hand dyed boucle, and of course, so soft. Now, if you watch my old video, you could see, or that knitting with the boucle from Explore Knits and Fibers wasn't my favorite. I don't remember this being a nightmare. Shouldn't say nightmare. Not a fun experience. So maybe it's less loopy, because when you're knitting with boucle, it snags a lot. It snags a lot. So you can't go as fast. You're not as efficient. The one good thing is it does fill in for any mistakes that you do make. But nevertheless, that's a mess that will be frogged and hopefully used up for something. I don't think I would do this again, because since then I've made I think it's called the Home V-neck by Kadri, and so several V-necks. So I probably would wait till the perfect pattern come along for that. Comes along. Okay, so then this is my last of my UFOs. Okay, it is the Merlot sweater by Jennifer Wood. This, I know that I started in 2020. It is with a yarn from a dyer that I believe was in Arkansas at the time. I do have the button band for this. It is Hewitt Hand Dyed Fibers by Melissa Hewitt. And the colorway it's actually worsted weight, 100% superwash merino in the colorway Calm and Bridges, I believe. It's all handwritten here. So this is the Merlot sweater, which is a worsted but short sleeved. So in preparation for this video, I put it on barber cords so I could try it on, and it actually fit perfectly. So I probably will continue it. I've already gotten it to underneath the arms by maybe 6 inches. And again, I go to about 18, and then it's short sleeve, but I have lots of yarn, and now I live in Washington. When I first started this, I lived in Texas, so I probably will just make it long sleeve. The neckline has this seed stitch, and that's what's done at, the supposed to be done here at the cuffs as well of the arms. And so you could see that it has the increase is actually right here in the middle of the chest and in the back as well. So I thought, oh my, was I doing something wrong? But no, I actually still have the stitch markers here, indicating where I was supposed to be, increasing. But I certainly do not need more increases than this. It seemed really big, but actually no, it fits me perfect. And so I definitely will be finishing this up. Looks like a raglan. So that is the end of my to frog it or to keep it UFOs. And I think out of all of them, I'm only going to for sure frog one, maybe frog two, and finish the rest. So come along with me so that we can, you can keep me up, make sure that I get that done. And I hope you have a great day.